to another video this week. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel and I do all things skincare. I have delved into makeup. I'm wondering how that one will go. But today I wanted to do a video for people who have said to me, you know, I have very sensitive skin and it gets highly allergic if I try different products. Or for those people who are just happy with the products they have and really don't want to change or try anything, or you know, or can't really because their skin is so it's so sensitive and maybe has acne and stuff like that. So I do have a cousin, hi Tina, and I can't get to see her at the moment, which really guts me because she's just fantastic. This is a woman who does so much for so many people and never does anything for herself. And I go, you've got to do something for yourself more. She's just the biggest heart, such a beautiful woman. And we'd been chatting, you know, Facebook, Messenger, everything. And she said to me, I love your videos, but she can't switch skincare because at the moment she has some strange allergy. She doesn't know what's going on. And she said, so I'm really afraid to change my skincare. So I said, okay, I'll shoot a video for you. So this is a video for Tina Gibbons, particularly for her and people like her who just kind of go, well, I can't use any of those creams, I can't really change. Or like that, you're very nervous about changing your skincare creams. So this is what I'm going to use for this is a hyaluronic acid, and I'm going to use an oil, a facial oil. That's just what I use. You can use your own moisturizers, your own oils, whatever you already put on your skin. It really, the product is almost coincidental in this treatment. This treatment is known as Gua Sha. Okay, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sure I am. Gua Sha. I bought these tools a while back. So these are your Gua Sha tools. Okay, so they're a very unusual piece of jade I bought. They do them in rose quartz, and I believe there is some clear quartz. So they do them on all different amethyst gemstones and stuff. So I like the jade, just because I do. There is metaphysical and physical elements to these stones, so it's really up to you. A roller one end and a little roller another end. That's how simple these tools are. They're very simple. This one is probably the one that people go, what the hell? So these are the tools you're going to use. They're usually around 15, 20, 25 on various different sites. I'm going to be putting some of my Piggy Witch hyaluronic acid for now because I have intentions of making my own hyaluronic acid. Yep, I'm going to go for 97% or higher, so I don't have to order it so far away, pay shipping and all of that kind of crack. I could probably do it a little bit cheaper too. So I'm just putting that on because the next thing I'm going to put over it, as we know, excuse me, hyaluronic acid is a humectant. So it means it grabs moisture from the air and pushes it into your skin. Now conversely with this, and we will do a more detailed video on serums and stuff at a later stage. Conversely with this, if you live in an incredibly dry country and you lash, you know, hyaluronic acid on and walk out the door and it's dry sunshine and you've no humidity, it's going to pull the water from your skin. It's going to absorb the water from your skin, so you don't want it to do that. So I would say never, ever, ever use hyaluronic acid unless you're going to put a very good moisturizer over it. Whatever that moisturizer may be, that's your choosing. Today, I'm going to be using the Lamara facial oil from, believe it or not, this is from Aldi. And I just found this brilliant. It has, I hope you can see the label because it's very shiny there. That's it there, Lamara facial oil. Excuse me. I got this to try it out and see what it was like because I don't suffer from acne, never have. Spotty teenager, that was it. Excuse me, my asthma is really playing up. So it's fine, and it is actually very cosmogenic. So it really does sink in, okay? So non-cosmogenic, should I say, not cosmogenic. That would mean it would stay on your skin and not sink in and clog your pores. This is very non-cosmogenic, so it doesn't actually, so I just take it, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 pumps into my hands because my skin is dry. I'm like a dried whole prune. So now what's going to happen is the hyaluronic acid is going to grab that water and really hydrate the skin. It's going to grab the moisture in the oil, I don't know what way I'm talking. Every time I speak quite normally till I do these videos. I don't know what's going wrong with me. So that's just to give your skin something to glide across. Okay. So if you're doing it with just a bog standard moisturizer and you find your skin getting dry up again, put more moisturizer on, because you don't want to drag your skin. You don't want to tear your skin. You want lubrication. It's like washing your car. You know, if you go out and take a duster and dust your car, you're scratching the surface of your car, and you're doing the same. Your face is so much like the polished paint of a car. It has a protective layer, which is the gloss on a car, like the finishing coat, and then it has a couple of layers of paint coat, and then it has that primer underneath, and then it has the metal. Your skin is very similar, and there's a very similar rule: do not do it unless it's lubricated. It's got moisture on it somehow. Okay, because it does scratch the paint. So what I start off with is this tool. Okay, as you can see, I don't know whether you can. Yes, you probably can see here and here. I have little dents at the moment here. That tells me that my sinuses here are swollen. So this is what I use to start getting rid of them. I've often put it in the fridge very gently. I go up, I bring it to the hairline and down, okay, into the lymphatic drainage system. So this is what we're doing, okay? So it's up to the hairline and down to the lymphatic drainage system, okay? That's basically what you're doing. I do this, I normally would advise doing this, particularly if you're using for me sinus and lymphatic drainage, to slightly incline, so to be lying on your bed, just with a pillow behind your head, not too far back, 45 degrees, doing this, and it will drain sinuses down. It's also very good for stimulation of blood flow to the skin, obviously. So like all massage, that's the main purpose of it, is stimulating blood flow to certain areas, removing knots from your skin, tension from your skin. And down again, okay? So this I decided to do for Tina because it's something she needs to do to relax. I'm sure she doesn't have sinus problems, she has enough problems with that, but for relaxing, Tina, please, relax. I often use this here as well, because anybody who has sinus problems knows that just along that brow bone there is like, oh, it really is the one thing. So this really gets in, and again it brings it down and drains it down, okay? So very easy to do. Always bringing it back here. I didn't do that the last time, but I'm doing it this time, okay? So that's roughly one movement with the Gua Sha. The tool has many sides. So there's another one here, and the other one is, it can lift. I push into the hairline and I push well back, okay? It's not very hard, it's just firm. I have a little towel here, as always, just to wipe off, because the grease from my hair I do not want on my skin. But we do want to drain this part back, okay? Then I also go sideways, taken from the center, and I bring down and into the hairline and down to the lymphatic drainage system, okay? So again, halfway over, down to the hairline and down here, okay? So that's another movement. There's another way you can use this as well, which I've been trying to do, is this way. And I've been doing that to get them to drain, because your sinuses are here and the synaptic tubes go here. So this is what causes this swelling. So I love doing this here. There's two V points. You feel your eyebrows, right? You'll kind of start here, feel out, you'll feel two dips, right? Two little dips in the bone. That's a pressure point. So you'll want to be looking at that and pushing gently on that and pulling out gently, okay? Now that's what this tool does as well. So you can do it with your finger as well. There's also a point here in the middle, and if you press on it, you'll feel it. It's a little bone here, right? So if you just push in the middle, and again, much better to have on a 45-degree angle, because remember your sinus is draining the back of your throat. So a little pressure on that will relieve sinus pressure as well. Also where it relieves sinus pressure is here in your eyes, doing this, relieves sinus pressure as well, okay? And also here on the side of your nose. Now depending on your nose, your nasal anatomy, it could be a little bit lower. I do remember years ago, Rubens Barrichello, who's a fantastic Formula 1 driver, he was second to Schumacher in Ferrari at the time, and he'd always have a little strip across his nose, or a pin across his nose, and that was to keep his sinuses drained while he was driving, so he didn't get headachy, because it does actually feel very clogged, and it does cause pressure and pain in the eye socket bone area. Anybody with sinuses will know that. Apart from being a sinus tool, it is a blood pressure tool. It's a, sorry, I beg your pardon. It's a great blood stimulant to the skin. So again, down. I love coming down here because it really can feel. I can feel the drainage across the cheeks. So you can see you use this so many different ways. It's really an incredible tool. Okay, this is where I use it too. A lot of you might use it like that on your chin, but my chin is so big, as we all know. I point out enough times, and I do that, and I do get, you'd be incredibly surprised how much lactic acid, little dots of lactic acid build up under there. So again, taking it off to the side, I do see my nose is running. This tells you my sinuses are starting to clear. So this is what happens. I do apologise. My towel is here. But that's what happens when you start to do this. It does increase blood flow. You can see I'm kind of gone a little bit pink in areas as well. It does increase the blood flow. This is probably one of my favourites. Is this? I love this along the gel area. It's not going hard. You can see by my hand I'm not applying any great pressure. I'm not holding it particularly, rambunctiously. And it does increase the blood flow. You can also do this because the muscles under here are two muscles. If I do that, you can see it. There's two muscle plates here, and they're divided down into two more muscle plates here, so that's why when you do that, or you go on one side, it feel your chest muscles, you can feel it, that they're two different sets of muscles working together. As we get older here, what happens is they separate. They separate a little bit more, and that causes saggy gels. So this is a great one for kind of bringing blood flow back to those muscles. Chinese women have been doing this for years. So I'm skipping sometimes, bringing it down to the lymphatic drainage, but try not to forget like I do. There's lots of them you can do from the brow bone up as well, this way. You can do this. It's a very soft carved tool, so it's not harsh on the skin. You can do that, okay? There is lots of ways, there's no end. I also love doing this across here. That's probably my favourite one because that really I can feel the sinuses draining with that one. So I tend to go across here like that. You can use any angle, any which way. If you prefer to use I've been using that, if you use that side, it's the same thing. I've often done this as well. I've done this too. Always drag into the drainage points. I've done this. And what it does, as well as increasing blood flow, which is great because let's remember that your blood carries all these nutrients and things that your skin needs. So anywhere you massage, it's going to flood with them, okay? So, and it's getting rid of toxins into your lymphatic drainage system. So again, please drink lots of water while you're doing this or after you're doing this. I love hot or warm anyway, lemon and ginseng tea after this. I just love it. I don't know, when I'm lying there in the bed at night, I just keep doing it. I'm watching my shows, usually RuPaul Drag Race or some serial killer thing, documentary, and I just keep working at the skin. I have taken to, people will love that one because I can't talk. And then I go up and down again. Here, it's for massage. Here I'm draining. So if you want to drain, you go out and down. If you're just massaging, whatever way you feel it's good for you, whatever way. Where all our faces are, while we're, similar, some of us may have a bumpier nose or a harder cheekbone or less fat, like I have here, or fat here. So just whatever way you want, okay? That's the Gua Sha tool number 1. This is the Gua Sha number 2. Okay, this one I think is an easier one, okay? I love, now this one is cold because I've had it in the fridge. And this I love in the mornings. But I do it at night as well. I sit there at night, but I find that one is the one I start with and then I roll into this one. Because this one is really for just invigorating the skin is what I really use it for. I'm sure there's other ways to use this. Again, I use it as a massage tool, okay? If you want to use it again for drainage, always go to the drainage system, to the side and down, okay? I love this particular part of it, because this little particular part, I do this. And I just massage products into the top of my eye. So if I'm having a day that I'm relaxing, whatever, I do this into my very droopy eyelids, and it just stimulates some the blood vessels to contract or to expand and some blood to get in there and to maybe hopefully bring a bit of collagen because I've been on the difference. So yeah, that's it. So basically that's what you can do. I've also been known to rub this in here because it does help with the drainage and pull it across. Oh God, that feels so good. My nose might start running again, but it's terrible. Why am I doing it with the hand when I can do it with this hand? And run it across. I've also run it under here very gently because it is the eye area. You'll know how hard, this is not going to damage your skin because this oil is on my skin, but it does work the products in really well, really, really well. That's why when I'm doing this, I always put a good dollop of hyaluronic acid on and the oil, and eventually by the time I'm finished, I usually find my face, the oil has fairly well soaked into my face and it's given me a very nice moisturizer. And this facial oil that we get Lamara from, I think it's $4.95. It is actually, it's $4.95, I remember. And it's full of seaweed extract. I do believe it's the seaweed is sourced off the west coast of Ireland. So it's a fantastic one. It's a really good. It has rich in 7 botanical oils, which is fabulous. There's no smell, so that's great. So it means the botanical oils they've used are not for fragrancing, they're actually for active ingredients. So 7 botanical oils, vitamin E, arnica montana, flower extract. So there you go. Really, and that they've used the flower extract, but it hasn't made it smell. I'm trying to see. No, it's brilliant. What they've done is actually taken the actual pure extracts for usage purposes and not just as a gimmick for fragrancing. So, that's Gua Sha. I hope you liked it. Sit back, relax, 45-degree angle, turn on whatever you're watching on the television. There's a great Ted Bundy movie out. Whatever you're into. I watch way too many serial killer documentaries. Just sit back, relax. So Tina, I hope this is something nice you can do for yourself. You can order these tools on Facebook in the marketplace as well. I'll pop that link below. There's lots of places you can get them. They're not anything exceptional or out of the ordinary. They're available online, Amazon, etc. I got mine from a friend of mine, a Chinese friend in Dublin. So I can get them for anybody, anytime. I think his are particularly good quality. They're very stable here, because a lot of them are very rickety here. His is very stable. So like €20 gets you a really good set. Gets you the 2 in the set. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it, Tina. Stay safe, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, and be beautiful. Bye.